Thank you. I rise in support of my amendment. Mr. Chairman, I yield myself as much time as I may consume. First, I would like to thank Chairman Miller and Chairman Hinojosa and Congressman Bishop for their leadership on this bill. This reauthorization of the Higher Education Act will strengthen the American dream by allowing millions of young people to better afford college. I also would like to thank my colleagues, Congressman Mike McNulty and Congresswoman Carolyn McCarthy, for their thoughtful work on the issue of campus safety. Thank you also to Security on Campus, Inc., the leading advocacy organization for campus security. Our country's #1 priority is to protect our children from harm so that they can grow up and fulfill their God-given potential. A parent's worst fear is to send their child off to college and to have them become a victim of violent crime. Tragically, this happens far too often. The 10-year span from 1997 to 2006 registered on average 20 homicides every year occurring on college campuses. Furthermore, numerous college students, the majority of them young women, have been abducted, leaving their family, friends, and community searching for years in hopes of solving their case. Mr. Chairman, this issue has significantly affected the community that I represent. On March 2nd, 1998, Suzanne Lyle, a 19-year-old sophomore at SUNY Albany, was kidnapped and never seen again. Nearly 10 years later, her case remains unsolved. My amendment is intended to prevent more parents from experiencing the pain that Suzanne's parents, Doug and Mary, must face every day. The amendment that I am offering would ensure that all institutions of higher education have a standing policy outlining the roles and responsibilities for campus, local, and state law enforcement agencies if a violent crime happens to occur on campus. This amendment will minimize confusion and delays during the initial investigation of a violent felony such as a kidnapping. The first few hours and days after a crime is committed are the most critical for solving a case, and the questions involving police jurisdiction should be settled before a crime occurs, not after. My amendment will help facilitate the prompt and efficient investigation of serious crimes. In addition, the amendment's provisions have already been signed into law in California, South Carolina, Tennessee, and my home state of New York. Over 60% of post-secondary schools have fewer than 2,500 students, and thankfully, such horrific crimes are rare at small schools. However, many of the small schools do not have a full police force, and the school security force may not be sufficiently trained to handle such a complex investigation. This amendment will give peace of mind to students and to parents by giving them the knowledge that the best investigative procedures will be followed to solve such terrible crimes. At this time, I reserve the balance of my time.